If your website isn't working to bring in leads for your freelance business all the time, then it's just a waste of space on the internet and time for you to manage. Sorry, not sorry, but it is the truth. But here's how we can change that for you and optimize your website and increase those conversions just by focusing on the 5 must-have pages. Hey, I'm Jill Wise, a brand and marketing strategist, conversion copywriter, and business coach. And through both my Done For You studio and education platform, I've worked with, coached, and taught literally hundreds of entrepreneurs just like you how to make good money online. Part of my work involves coaching and teaching other freelancers how to get clients online, and a high converting website is a crucial part of your sales pipeline. So in this video, you're gonna learn how to optimize your website conversions so that you can make the most of your website, and by doing so, fill a huge gap in your inbound sales pipeline. Before we get into the 5 specific pages though, I wanna know in the comments, what type of freelancer are you? Like what kind of services you offer? Leave that in the comments below because I would love to get to know you. Okay, number 1, the first website that we need to pay attention to is your homepage. And so many people get their homepage wrong. Starting with that very first hero banner headline that I know a lot of us are guilty of making something very generic like, welcome to my website, or welcome to brand name. We do not wanna do that. On your homepage, you need to identify and resonate with your reader immediately. This helps people pre-qualify themselves. They can kind of self-select and go, does this make sense to me? Do I resonate with this? Does this align? If yes, they'll keep clicking and scrolling. If no, they'll click away, and that's totally fine. Your homepage is a great spot to include things like voice of customer data, so parroting your clients' and customers' words back to them directly. And it's also a good spot to help direct traffic throughout your website, because another mistake that I see people making with their homepages is that they think the goal is to immediately get them to the contact page. And right at the top, they'll put some kind of button that's like, hey, contact me, pay me, essentially. And people don't even know who you are yet or how you can help them. So the goal of your homepage isn't to get them to your contact or your booking page immediately, but just to get them to the next step. We want to think of it as micro conversions, baby steps throughout your pipeline. You don't want to put anything on your homepage that's too big of an ask for this point in your lead's journey. So the goal of your homepage is to connect with them, show them that they're in the right place, start to build your authority, and direct them to that next step. Think of it like your virtual assistant that's taking phone calls and directing people to the department that they need to go to next, or directing traffic throughout your website. Okay, the next page that you need to optimize in order to maximize conversions on your website is your About page. This is such an important page, and not for reasons that most people think. I see many freelancers using their About page to tell everything about themselves. They go all into their entire life story, explaining how they became the freelancer that they are. And while yes, it's nice for your ideal clients to get to know you and you want to have a personal twist on all of these things, the main point of your About page is not to tell your entire life story. It's not to write a memoir or a novel about you. Your About page is a place to build up authority and credibility and show them why you are the best person fit to help them solve the problem they want or get the transformation they want. So I want you to answer questions like, who have you helped before and what did you get for them? And are you a good case study for your own services? Because that story can be included here. This also makes writing your About page a whole lot easier, because instead of trying to fit your entire personality, your entire existence into a single page on the internet, you can just curate the parts of your story that are important for your reader to know at this stage. Again, always paying attention to where the lead is at in their journey. The third page that we need to focus on if you want to maximize your website conversions is your offer page. So this could be a standard services page or a sales page for a specific offer, but I'm just gonna call it an offer page right now in order to summarize all. Now this one might be kind of obvious and you're like, okay, Jill, I know I need to have information about my services or my offers on my website. Yes, I get it, but I also see many freelancers making a mistake with this page. The mistakes that I see are that they are too overwhelming. There's too much information, whether that means there's too many different packages, which is more of an offer issue, or they're just giving too many details about these offers at too soon of a time, essentially. When you overwhelm people with information or decisions that they need to make, then they're gonna get confused, they're gonna get burnt out, and they're gonna click away. So in order to fix and optimize your offer page, you need to pay attention to where your lead is at in the journey and what they need to know right now, not to just pay you immediately, but to send you an email, to fill out your contact form, just to get to the next step in their journey. When we break down the steps like this, then it makes it so much easier to organize your entire website so that the journey for your lead is simple and streamlined and does not overwhelm them. Your services page should lean very heavily into the transformation, using their words again. How do they describe what they want? I also like to consider the client experience and the branded experience of working with you at this point when you are talking about your offers online, because that's really where it starts. So instead of telling them what it's like to work with you, show them what it's like to work with you. Give them a behind the scenes peek and just make them feel very comfortable to go to that next step. Okay, so then when we are talking about that next step, often it is getting them to go to your contact page or an application form or an inquiry form of some sort. So that is the fourth page that you would need to have on your website, and you need to optimize in order to maximize the conversions that you are getting. Your inquiry form or application form, it needs to be something that is not generic. Make it on brand. Make it make sense. Make it easy for them. Get the information that you need to help that lead keep pre-qualifying themselves as they're filling out this form. Bonus points if you can automate the steps after this point, but for the sake of this video, let's just focus on what that form should be like. So you want your form to be simple and strategic and asking only the things that you need to know, again, to get to the next step. Maybe you break up all of the questions that you would have for that lead in terms of information that you need in order to quote them between this inquiry form and maybe an email follow-up and then your proposal. And this is where you can start to think about your website as just a piece of your pipeline. It's a very important piece, but you want the entire ecosystem or the entire flow to work well for you. And by well, I mean it needs to be low lift, semi-automated, and help your leads pre-qualify themselves. I keep saying pre-qualify themselves because you don't want to have to do all of that work on your own. That's where you can start to free up time and space in your calendar so you can focus on other things. One of those other things that you could focus on is your blog. So the fifth page that you need to have on your website is a blog. I almost always recommend to clients that they start a blog because it is a great way to generate traffic. And often there are huge missed opportunities in the industries of the people that I'm working with where you can fit right in. So a blog will help you generate traffic, like I said, but it'll also help you build that credibility and that authority and start to connect with the people that are on your website. And beyond that, it's a great place to share your opt-in. Your opt-in being a freebie or a lead magnet that gets people who maybe aren't ready yet to work with you to at least get onto your email list so you can continue to nurture that relationship. A blog is a great long-form communication channel that can just show who you are and what you stand for and start to explain your methods and your pillars and really just show everything that you know. Okay, so to recap, the 5 pages that you need to focus on your website if you want to increase those conversions and make your website an actual functioning piece of your sales pipeline instead of just like a digital business card. That is your homepage, your about page, your services or offers page, your contact page / inquiry application forms, and a blog to generate traffic. If you like this video and you want to learn more, I'm going to leave another video linked for you here that is all about inbound marketing. Because attracting and converting inbound leads is the overall goal of focusing on improving your website. You could skip all of this and keep cold pitching for clients and working super hard to land every single lead. But if you're here, you probably don't want that. I didn't want that. That's why I figured out this overall system in order to bring in inbound leads with a low lift sales pipeline. So I will leave that next video linked for you here. And as always, let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and then we'll chat with you soon.